Welcome back to another episode of D&D 5e Party Crew. Last we left off, our friends finally arrived at Sabib with their new friend Haruhi in tow. Um, for any questions on Haruhi, please see the previous episode, The Goliath and the Snog, on how she joined us. Anyway,
Snog. What's a
Yeah.
snog?
it's slang for kissing, but anyway. Have you never heard of Angus thongs and snogging? Is that the title I'm talking about? Anyway,
No.
What
well,
are you, Russian? What's going on?
no, it's British slang for
Italian?
kissing is snog. Anyway, whatever.
You want a snog?
There's a whole movie.
Can I snog you?
Anyway, the point is,
How
last episode,
romantic.
It is awful sounding. I just
whatever.
Harry Potter got it in my head.
You guys got to Sabib,
Ew.
and Sir Maynard had to go pick up his parents at the airport. So immediately the rest of the crew got into trouble.
Naturally.
So Helen showed up, Elodia showed up very briefly to be like, hey, you guys got company incoming. Weeping Roses told me there's a small army marching towards Sabib. Don't really know why. But the Weeping Roses gave us that intel, and they're going to be here, like, tomorrow. Like, they're a day away. And so you guys are like, oh crap, we need to go let somebody know, for real. And maybe this could help us leverage our position in this town. So maybe we'll take advantage of that. So, you guys made it down the hill. Krogan rolled down the hill. Point is, Maynard was taking his sweet time down the hill. Krogan decided to throw an axe at the wall. He got in trouble. They didn't trust you, and they took you guys to the jail. After some more combativeness, you were put in the jail, locked in the jail, came across the Troubadours. They call themselves, I think, the Sabib Troubadours or something. Anyway, Troubadours, however you say it. You met Marco, kind of the main dude. He double-crossed you and escaped. You guys also escaped. Meanwhile, you didn't harm anybody in the process. You could work. It doesn't strike you that this city sees a lot of crime. That's just the idea you get based on how poor the prison was and the guards were and all that business. So in hopes of finding the mayor of the town, you guys took, and also to hide, you guys took the boat out to the island. On the island, there's an old abbey. There is a big temple on top of this hill, and that is where the Tressums make their home. So you were able to take shelter with the Tressums and their clan leader, Greyclaw. The home, one of the kind of homes of the mayor, is on this island, kind of well defended. So you guys plan to make your way there at some point. And that is where we left off. You guys spent the night in the Tressum Temple.
Indeed.
And so you wake up, it is the next morning, the day of the attack.
Ooh. Were we just kind of like scattered around this temple sleeping? I was trying to remember like the arrangement there. Because they had like nests and stuff, didn't they? The Tressums. Okay.
I think they kind of offered you like a nest spot.
Okay, cool. I feel like I'll wake up and I'm envisioning like a bunch of Tressums crawl around me and just like be so happy for a second. And the little tails.
You look over as Misha goes, oh, and she's holding the one that just like in her arms. And you see he like isn't even asleep. He's just like,
I'm gonna look at Misha and be like, did yours ever sleep?
and she kind of groggily looks down at him, and she looks up at you, and she's like, I don't know. He looked like this when I went to sleep. I hope so. And she kind of moves her hand in front of his eyes, and just like no response to it.
Oh, well. Huh. And Durance is kind of gonna look away, concerned looking.
He's alive.
Little is in her room, and there's a Tressum, and it's the one that's like, its eyes looking either way. And I'm just like, praying. I'm like, I know y'all are the mascots for rodents. Please send me rodents. And then the Tresson just gets up and starts flying around the room. She's like, runs out of the room. Guys, they fly.
Envisioning her like right next to Mishra doing this. Just
Me and Mishra are just,
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Oh dear. Oh Lord. Everybody else doing?
Good morning. Slipped in some cat throw up.
Oh. Yeah. Endurance to kind of look around and see a few hairballs and kind of.
Misha starts going.
Just wake up to a hairball.
And she's like, this is new.
Oh, don't
You-
add to it.
Were you licking the cats? Sure.
They wanted it. They wanted it, Sir Maynard.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Just look at him. And she like holds out the little blib one. And she's like, he can't even do it himself. Somebody needs to do it for him.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Endurance is just gonna shudder and get up. Oh,
Jorgensen woke up because
Not
he put his
Jorgensen.
hand.
Who is
Oh,
that?
sorry.
Who is Jorgensen?
Sorry. Amen. Jorgensen's not here. Only Krogan. Anyway, so
That's right.
Krogan woke up because he put his hand on a cat, and he thought, "Oh, what a nice blanket," and then pulled on it, and then it ran away, and he went, "Ah!" and then he was like, "Oh yeah," and then he walked into the other room with you guys, and I'm like, "So what are we doing today?" The joke is that he doesn't know. He's just forgotten.
Well, if I recall, I believe today is the day that army is supposed to reach the city, so we need to do something.
Gotta go talk to the mayor.
Yes,
Ooh.
warn them.
Conveniently is living close to here, right?
I hope so.
Greyclaw kind of steps forward and says, yes,
Can
he
understand.
does live on the island. They've been speaking to you this whole time.
Oh,
I forget if you use the helm of understanding or not,
Sure.
but sure.
Well, it's not a very big island, so I assume it won't be that difficult to find them.
It is not. This island is rather small. They have
I
many
know we're
gardens.
surrounded by water.
They have many gardens
Don't remind me.
and a very large manor on this island. It will not be difficult to find others.
Well, good. I guess we should get an early start on it, being we don't know exactly when this army's going to get here, just that it will get here today. So don't want them to beat us to it, right?
You hear some sneezing in the background. You look over, and Elodia is sitting next to Percy, and she's just like, "Achoo, achoo, achoo, achoo."
Oh,
And you can see her eyes are just bloodshot, and her nose is like running, and she's just like super damp in the eyes, and she's just like, guys, I don't feel great.
suck it up. We gotta go fight.
is this some sort of allergy to cats? I didn't know. I would never have guessed.
You would
A
think.
ranger? Allergic to cats?
Right?
And she says, listen, I usually carry around some herbs, but I ran out recently. The Zyrtecicus plant.
Whoa.
I normally use the Allegrarian plant.
I'm more of a Benny kind of girl.
Interesting.
I have some
Wow.
Claritine in my bag.
I was not aware there are so many different kinds. I'm very sorry to hear that, Elodia. I'm assuming this mean are you leaving?
I didn't get any rest at all last night.
Oh,
I'm a
Well-
little depleted, if you will.
okay. Well, that's
You can see the dark circles under her eyes are just immense.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Well, I guess you do need to get back and do some training of people. So, well,
Endurance, don't act like I don't do anything.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I'm just a little surprised. You were totally fine yesterday, and now it's sneezing. So
Can't I be sick? I've been on this journey for a long time now.
we don't worry. We will be here. We will let the governor know. We will do the groundwork here and be good to go.
It's not like I want to leave. I'm just not going to be helpful.
Okay. All right.
So why come?
I'm just a little astonished you didn't talk about this cat allergy yesterday. I mean, I could have scrounged something up for you, I'm sure, found some of that herb you talked about, but
Well, this all
Anyway.
makes sense now. Because every time I would climb in Elodia's bed while she was sleeping and cuddle with her, she would wake up vomiting. I'd just be at the end of her bed like,
You fixed it. You fixed the lore.
what?
That was very
What's the beef?
oh, well, safe flight, I guess. Good to see you. Hope that training goes well.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad you understand. She gets on Percy and she takes off.
Oh, well, one down, but we still got this.
Elodia's story is so off the wall at this point.
I do like
Yeah.
the idea that the violent cat allergy is funny. The idea of her being like secretly allergic to little.
I know.
It just oozes adventure time.
Adventure time.
I'll see you on the morrow, and then morrow come. Bird in the morrow.
Oh, well, I guess we should start making our way to the other side of the island, wherever this manor is.
Indeed.
Grey Claw, would you point us in the general direction of it, or is it that easy to find? We just want to get there quickly.
Go to the southerly end of the island.
Excellent. Well, that's easy.
There you will find what you seek.
Glad to hear it. Well, I'm gonna dust all the cat hair off myself. Are we ready? Anything?
Isha pulls a lint roller out of her bag.
Thank you. I'm just gonna lint roll. I already have like fur all over my outfit, but I'm just like being obsessive. All right. I guess we'll be on our way. I'm gonna kind of reach down and pet the little Tressum that I talked to a lot yesterday and be like, "Thank you all for your hospitality and your wise counsel. We are ever so appreciative of it."
And the one that's the mate of Grey Claw, the real like, she's like, of course. I suppose you are permitted to come back if you so choose.
We are very thankful for that. Thank you, and maybe we will. You never know. This isn't a very big island. We might run into you again.
But you can go now.
Yep, we're going.
I fully expected that thing to just say like a shy guy thing. I did not expect
What?
English. So sorry. Especially British English, you're just like, whoa, okay. It's not
So what's the plan, guys?
We've got to go tell the mayor that the town's about to get attacked. I assume we probably don't want to discuss our potential arrangement with Sabib until after the fact.
Agreed. We don't want it to seem like we're, I don't know, just giving them that information so that we can get political power here or anything. Even though that's,
Right.
well, I mean, we do care, but that
Isn't
is,
that exactly what we're doing, though?
yeah, we are. But we don't want to talk about it. We
It's
don't have to.
just a coincidence.
It is. It is a pure coincidence. And this is for the good of the whole entire world, yeah, so it's all right. We're fine. We just won't talk to them about that little part of it yet.
So what you're saying is I should not talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, don't do that.
You hear that, Krogan? We're not talking about it.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not a word. Not a word. And if God's forbid something slips out about it, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
But it shouldn't. We
shouldn't.
shouldn't say
No, it's
anything about that.
Not so. Let's not, because then we'd probably end up in a worse prison. And
But if I did, what would happen?
We would all die.
Prison.
Oh.
That.
I've already died, Misha. I really don't want to go through that again anytime soon. Give me a few years.
Yeah, you could kill her again.
No, see, I want it. At least a few years in between would be great. I don't feel like experiencing that anytime soon again. Thank you.
Do you guys ever really consider the weight of our own mortality?
All right, so I think you said the southern portion of the island. So let's go this way.
Yep.
Down south. So you guys exit the temple and you kind of go down this hill that you're on. It seems to be there are a couple like forest paths kind of cut out on the side. You notice some like slight trails from this main path. You kind of veer off and walk through that, and you notice that there are some well-manicured gardens. A lot of these plants are not native to the area, but have been transplanted here. And it looks almost like a pleasure garden. You know, somebody has built this for their own viewing, and it's well manicured. And you kind of keep walking through it. You see tressums kind of in the trees and stuff here and there. They seem to be bountiful on this island still. And off in the distance, you see kind of a rooftop. And you notice part of it is kind of crumbled. And as you approach, it is this very, very dilapidated, ancient, like barely any of the walls are standing up, old abbey.
Oh. Lots of ruins in this place. It does have a note section. That's cool. I just actually recently I was like, wow. Huh. Is there anything particularly like interesting or different? Does it look like a similar design of the previous one, I'm assuming?
No,
Or-
it doesn't. Looks different. Different design altogether.
Any guards outside?
Nope, doesn't look like it's inhabited whatsoever.
Oh,
Look at this place. It's very different than the other one. Interesting, considering it's a pretty small island. Maybe it's just from a different time.
It looks way more ancient than that temple you were at.
Interesting.
see any like signs or symbols?
Actually, yeah. So investigation check.
All of us or just Maynard?
We'll do. You can all look around.
23.
Okay.
Let me grab my phone.
I got a 13. Not fantastic, but it's better than nothing.
20.
I finally got a dice roller box, you guys.
Oh, nice.
Go flying off into the abyss anymore.
Nice. I forgot I probably need dice too. I'll figure that out later.
I want to get a dice tower at some point. One day.
Where'd the axe come from, Bowyer? I like it.
Second and Charles.
Nice.
Noise.
Mine was actually 22.
20 and 22. All right, nice. So Maynard, you're looking around, and you notice that there is like all the stonework is very, very, very old. You notice that they're built on top of each other and put together with almost like rock joists, if you will. Like It's a very particular, primitive, but very effective type of architecture. Krogan, you're walking around and you notice that there is a little plaque on one of the stones, kind of a metal plaque that's been inscripted and hammered into the stone. And you look at it, and it has the symbol of the Nellians at Herath Abbey on it. And there's an inscription. It says, "Here is one of the most ancient sites of Altria worship um, that has existed long before the temple." And it says this is considered a protected site. No damage will be tolerated. And at the bottom it says, signed Seda
Sealed,
Tithiri
delivered.
and Milos Tarusanon, agents of Herath Abbey.
Whoa. Those are the people we met in Havelfind.
Oh,
That elven woman and tiefling man
oh, yes. Interesting connection.
from Herath Abbey.
Well, would you look at that? Well,
Oh.
sad to see what's happened to the Abbey. I guess it is, being taken care of, or at least what remains of it is, sort of.
From the inscription, you also gathered that it's like thousands of years old. Like
Ooh.
1,500 years old. Very old.
Wow.
Beautiful picture, what remains of it at least.
Not much, but
Yeah.
It's very eerie but beautiful at the same time.
that's the vibe you get for sure.
Any like magic around it, or is it just kind of?
Not really.
Well, that's interesting. I guess we might expect to find a couple more things like these around here. Seems to be an island full of ruins. Shall we keep on?
Sure.
All right. What?
I said onward.
Onward.
You continue onward. And you get to the more southern-ish part of the island, and you start to see metal wrought iron kind of coming up far up in the ground. This whole area is covered in woods, but you can see the wrought iron from afar, and beyond that, you can see a very large, well-manicured home. 2-story, chateau-looking, and it's gorgeous. It's kind of like this yellowish plaster on the exterior and like these stacked terracotta roof.
Oh.
You can see guards kind of stationed strategically around, especially at the main gate. And you can tell very much that this seems to be somebody important's home.
Well, it seems we've arrived at the house of the governor, potentially.
Cat pants, cat pants, cat pants,
Oh, those are cute.
cat pants.
Even looks like a boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
Governor
that.
Ivy.
Okay, well, how do we want to go about this? Who's going to do the talking with the guards to sound extra? I'm assuming we want to sound very urgent, but also not the kind of urgent where we need to get in there and attack them all, which I imagine is
Not
delicate.
me. Not me.
Not you, Krogan. Not you.
The
I'm
last
very
time
eloquent.
I spoke to guards, it did not go well.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the problem is that you didn't speak.
Mhm.
Actually.
No, I don't think that was right. I don't think that's right.
Well, do you guys think that they'll let us in at
I mean,
all?
we have important news for the mayor. I mean, they might make us leave our weapons. I wouldn't be surprised, but we could just say that we have urgent news that the city is about to be under attack, and the mayor needs to hear it. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll believe us, but I guess see what happens.
Again, I could disguise myself
Yes,
as someone different.
Yes.
yes.
True,
That is indeed what you should do.
But who? Who will you disguise yourself as?
I could disguise myself as Jacob Varel.
Oh, wait. I mean, I could. What was the other one's name? I'm losing my marbles. Wait, what were the two people? What were the two people? I guess I would make I don't know enough about it. Just kidding.
That's
Um,
Be
who?
Dragoff.
I could do that. I would transform into either the two people you referred to earlier about with the Abbey, but I don't feel like I know enough about them to do.
Seda and Milos.
Yeah, I don't think I would do a convincing impression. It's been a while, so I mean, Dragoth I could do. I could do that pretty well.
You
He's
just have to be like really angry
yeah,
and
speaking
like
grunt.
really rude to me in particular.
Yes, which yes, absolutely. I mean, I could do that very easily.
I definitely agree that both of y'all got this. Mishra and Krogan and I, we're gonna be back here, but just know we'll be far away, but we'll be cheering y'all on.
Are you saying you
Go.
don't want me to partake in this?
I don't
have
want you to
really good.
partake in this, Mishra. Well, Mishra, do you want to go?
It doesn't sound like you want me to go.
Okay, vote. Who thinks that Mishra needs to go up with you guys? Vote
Why are we
yay.
voting?
Raise your hand.
Sorry,
I
I
voted.
don't know.
Um,
I mean, the thing is, like, Endurance and I are able to disguise ourselves.
But
This is-
I can too, don't you know? Don't you know that I
Oh,
can?
I didn't know that.
Well, I can.
for a long time.
Disguise self. You ever heard of it?
Yes, that's what I'm using.
Do it
Oh,
right now.
I'm using polymorph.
She casts disguise self, and she looks just like herself, just with a mole here, and her hair is red.
Oh,
All right, well, that was
Who was
could have
that?
done more.
Y'all
This
haven't
is a good
seen
disguise. You wouldn't know it's me.
y'all have not seen her when she is really focusing dead ass. One time she literally tried so hard, and I swear to God she turned into Christopher Nolan for like 30 seconds. I swear to God.
Like skinny Christopher Nolan.
The Christopher Nolan?
The Christopher Nolan.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I know.
Big
Well, in
Christopher
that
Nolan.
case.
I was like, Mishra.
I
okay.
can be anybody you need me to be.
Hold on.
Especially if it's Christopher Nolan.
So, are we operating this kind of like meta question? Are we operating under the whole like polymorph thing? It says this spell transforms a creature that you can see range into a new form. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Hold on, sorry, I misread that. So I can take any form, right? Technically.
Did it say beasts?
An unwilling creature must make a wisdom saving throw. Well, okay. Can you polymorph yourself? You can, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
that's my
But
thought.
like, what does it transform you into is the question.
And I'm looking. It says, and I'm transforms a creature. The target
I
is.
try not to kill myself.
Oh, it is a beast.
Boo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
you could still be a beast. You could be the horse.
I could be. I could also be just a little.
Yes, I would like to bring my horse inside with me, please.
Whose horse is that?
If you don't mind.
I could turn into like a little. I don't know. A bird, maybe like a hawk or a falcon, like a hunting bird or something. I don't know. Does Dragoth? Does anybody have a bird? Probably not. But you know, I could.
Haruhi says, "Do you want me to go with you or what?"
Oh shit, Haruhi, I forgot you were here for a second.
I mean, that would make sense. I think. Well, what do we think though? Do we think that complicates things, or we could say that we found her in our travels? But will they even?
Yeah.
Well, she
She
got
goes-
arrested as well, right? So,
Has been. That's just true. That could
Oh.
do you think word has reached all the way out here?
Probably not, but it would be really inconvenient if it did. But I don't know. We could just say it was a misunderstanding, but at the same time, I don't think they would buy that.
How are you guys
What
gonna talk
if-
to them?
We sent the others up ahead of us. Oh, shoot.
Oh,
She's the only way we can communicate.
hmm. Ooh, this is a good point. Well, what if we bring her with us? She speaks for us and says, we came here from our encampment to warn them once we had word. And on
What
our.
if you guys pretended to capture? Oh, I'm sorry. What if you guys pretended to capture me?
Oh, now,
But why would we bring you here?
I don't know.
Hmm.
yeah, that would be a little, I don't know.
Well, we
Important.
could just tell them your story, like who you used to be.
They-
You were the wife of the mayor, right?
Yeah, Lord Vanguard.
yes. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that could help us in particular. Hmm.
They'll probably just hate you for leaving your post.
Well, the post really only exists for a month, so not much for leaving.
Well, hmm. I don't know. The helm of like languages just allows you to understand, or does it allow you to communicate too?
Just understand.
Okay.
You notice that some of the guards are, they've kind of gone around the perimeter, but you notice that they're circling back around and they're dangerously close to
Ooh,
approaching where you guys are.
ooh,
What to do?
okay. Uh, um, I do think, I mean, we need her. We need her for the language expertise. I think we bring her, and she says that she found us somehow. We don't even need to say we captured her. We just bring her and hope that word has not gotten back, because I think anything else is going to complicate things. Personally,
I turn into
I can be.
one of my night buddies
Yes,
from
exactly.
back home.
Okay. What does he
Yeah.
look like?
Got long blonde hair and a blonde beard.
Ooh.
Nice.
And I tie something around Haruhi and say, okay, we're gonna pretend we captured you.
All right.
And
And
she says, okay.
Durance, do you want to be my hawk or something?
Sure. And I'll turn into like a hunting falcon
Condor.
hawk or
A
something.
a condor?
Condor, not
Freaking huge
really
bird.
ass condor. Oh
That'd be
god.
cool.
All right, so that's good. So I'll go ahead and do that and kind of fly up onto your shoulder and just chill.
Alright, let's just look.
I'll do a little
And
wing
And
salute.
and Mishra's like, guys, maybe we should hide somewhere a little bit.
Great idea, Mishra. Rock!
Woo! But jumps behind a rock. All right. So the bird upon Sir Menard's shoulder and Haruhi in tow, you guys step out into open view, I assume,
yes.
in front of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the pair of guards that are walking around notice you, and they
I just
kind
give
of
him a
raise their
wave.
weapons, and they approach you looking very intimidating. That is their intention. And they begin to, say some things very harshly to you. And Haruhi responds back to them, and they kind of look at
Have
you.
my helmet on.
So you notice that they say, "What are you doing here on the mayor's land?" And Haruhi says, "I've been captured. Unfortunately, this idiot doesn't know our language."
And I nudge her like I'm mad at her and be like,
Ooh.
tell him your past and why you're supposed to be here.
She says, "I was Lord Vanguard's wife, and I was turned into a yeti upon the snow mountain, and I was released with a kiss, and now I am here." And they look at her, and they look at you, and they look at her, and they're like, they draw their swords, and they're like, "Why are you really here?" What ploy is this?
I'm like, guys, swords have been drawn.
Tell him it's no ploy. You want to talk to the mayor about your history and anything that could have been left over for you.
This is no ploy. This is no ploy. I simply wish to speak with the current mayor and see what happened to my town. I have been gone for 100 years, and I wish to know what happened to my family. Why do you need the mayor to do that? How did you even get on this island? Nobody is allowed into port without the proper licensure. I've never seen you before. And who is this guy? Some foreigner?
Guys, I can read lips. I think I hear the guard say, high heels on her titties. Don't say go bomb in this island.
Is that bad?
No, I think it's very good. I don't like high heels on my tippies.
Yeah. I think it's
Okay.
good. I think we're better now.
The swords are raised higher.
Tell them I'm just an adventurer, bounty hunter, and I was able to find you after you escaped prison, and you told me your story, and now I'm just thought the mayor would like to know that there's a surviving former servant of this city still alive.
So basically, he brought me here for money. He thinks that if you give us money, I will be let go. So I would appreciate it if you paid this gentleman and let me go.
And I pull her aside and say, "What are you doing? That is not what I said.
I summarized
That is
because you
not,
said a lot
I
of
said
words.
zero thing about money."
Endurance is gonna
That's
bang her
what,
head
right?
so hard. Oh.
Anyway, we need to see the mayor. And they pull their swords out and they're like, that's not going to be possible. Whatever you have to say can go straight to us. And she says, well, don't you have money to pay this man out so I don't have to be
I
stuck?
don't want money.
He's getting angry. Help!
I'm about to just hand you over to them.
Oh.
I think also he had some information for you also that he said he needed to share directly with the mayor. I don't really know what it was about, but he was going to say something to the mayor directly. And they look at him and they kind of slowly, one of them slowly kind of speaks in common. He's like, why do you speak? Why are you here?
The original reason why I came to Sabib was during my travels, I encountered an army, some sort of group led by this man named Azamantus, and his forces seem to be headed here.
And they, at the name of Azamintus, they kind of look at each other and they kind of raise an eyebrow and kind of mutter to themselves. And one of them says, you will have an audience with our captain.
Very well.
Follow us. And so they take you to the front gate, and there's a very large watchtower, kind of adjacent, kind of like a checkpoint. And you go in, and they take you to the second floor. And there, sitting at a large desk, is a gentleman, older gentleman, probably in his 50s. He looks like he's past battle wear, but he looks like he has some scars from his younger days. You approach, and he furrows his brows as he watches you and this orc woman walk in. And he kind of exchanges a couple words with his guards off to the side. And he looks at you and he says, very well, you have information on this Azamintus?
Indeed. He has forces that are traveling here, I believe numbering in around 50.
Haruhi translates that for you. And he says, "What is the meaning of this tied-up orc woman?" And he says, "Oh, I am the wife of Lord Vanguard." And he like looks at you and he's like, "Lord Vanguard? Do you mean the mayor from like forever ago? Why would you even be here?" And so she's like, "I was trapped as a yeti for 100 years." And he's just like, "Let's do a little check here to see if he believes you." Evens or odds, guys?
Evens.
I was gonna say.
50-50 shot.
Oh
He
dear.
says, "I remember hearing tales of a curse Lord Vanguard put upon his wife. It was horrible. We tell it to our children sometimes to tell them to avoid nasty men." And she said, "Yes, yes, that's exactly what happened to me. I've been trapped there as a yeti." And he's like, "I have heard travelers gone through the snowy mountains seeing an abominable beast." "Very well. I'm very pleased to hear that you are no longer a yeti and we can now amend our bedtime stories." And she says, "Good, I'm glad it has a happy ending now." And so the general says, "So, uh, unbind her." And so guards come up and take the rope off her wrist, and she's like, "Ah, this is much better. I was walked for many, many miles like this." And they kind of look over at you, Maynard, and they're just like, how mean, how rude." But then
Just kind of look at her like, what is your problem?
and so anyway, the captain's like, "This is very troubling news that he has forces on the way. We've been preparing for such things to happen, but we weren't expecting war to reach us so soon. I don't know what their
Yes.
intentions are other than to make this some type of trading post. We've already had inquiries from perhaps the opposing side trying to make this a trade post, but of course Sabib is independent. Sabib will always be independent. We do not fight the wars of others."
Well, it's seeming as though this Azamantus fellow is not too keen on making alliances. He seems to just be steamrolling places. So, if my humble opinion and suggestion would be to ready your forces and defend it. Either that or evacuate. He is very powerful. I don't know if you heard, but he was able to take out. What's the name of the place?
Narncross.
Narncross. Relatively easily.
And he says, "Yes, I am quite aware. There are people of Narncross are cousins to the mayor. He holds that city very near and dear, and it was a shame to hear it fall."
Now, it doesn't sound as though the forces traveling here are as numerous as those, so I feel as though we could take them if you had your forces in line and ready. I'm going to be honest, I have some fellows that traveled with me, some good soldiers and fighters experienced fighting against his forces, and I can rally them as well.
It would be helpful to have allies in this, for sure. I will let the mayor know.
And
Certainly.
they will be arriving soon, as in today.
Today. Today.
Indeed.
There are preparations to be made then. We have to shut down the city.
Immediately.
Indeed. And he looks at the guards and he says, "Dispatch the forces. Ring the bells." And they are like, "Yes, sir." And they kind of scurry off. And he says, "Today, do you know from which direction they will be attacking? What do you know?"
I don't. What did Elodia say? I don't remember.
Shit.
Didn't say.
Nah.
There's no.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Where would she wouldn't
didn't
know where they were
say.
coming from? Like she
West.
would.
West.
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 We encountered them in the west.
Hmm.
Who knows what plan of attack they have on the city?
Unfortunately, the western side is our weak point. We have a tower on the eastern side. The northern side is protected by. Oh, wait. The southern side is protected by the mountains, and the north obviously is the lake. So the east is or the west is our only weak point. I can't get my directions right.
Come on, sir. Your city's in danger.
Well,
I do suspect a route that they will take. So I'm sure we can dispatch people to perhaps go scout it out as soon as possible.
All right, and I will gather my forces. Where should we convene with you?
Well, there is a place to the east of the town that I believe it would be advantageous to have our troops stationed. It is near a small canyon that is perhaps our only means of slowing them down. We have the high ground at that point, and it opens up to a field, so I believe that it would be rather helpful.
Very well. If you can point it on my map, I will meet you there.
He points it on the map.
I mark it on the map. Very well. Haruhi, do you wish to stay here or accompany?
She says, "You know what? I'll stick with you guys for now, at least until this blows over."
Very well.
And the guy kind of walks up to you though, and you can tell that his face gets very serious when he says this. He says, "Listen, I appreciate you coming and giving us warning. But if I find out that you're on their side, and that this is all a setup, I will personally have your head."
This is not, I can assure you.
"So be it. I have no other choice at this time but to believe your information. We will be in deep debt to you if this is correct."
Very well. We will be fighting right alongside you.
Great. Well, gather you people, we'll gather mine. I'll let the mayor know immediately. And I suppose there's a lot of work to be done in the next few hours.
Very
And
well.
what is your name, sir?
I am Sir Klaus.
Sir Klaus. It is most excellent to meet you. I'm Captain Egbert.
Egbert?
Egbert.
Pardon, did you say Egbert?
I did.
Good to meet
That's what it
you,
was.
Captain Egbert.
It is very nice to meet you too, Sir Klaus. Lady Vanguard. Good to have you back. And she says, cut that. Haruhi is the name. And he says, "Oh, of course, Lady Haruhi." "All right, off with you."
Just pure endurance, says the hawk, just chuckling at his name.
Giggling so hard.
Why is your bird making that noise?
What?
She gets a little flustered indoors.
I see.
Alright.
So as you exit, then you go outside, you see through the gates, you see some people kind of in the gardens out at the front, in front of the home. And I'm copy and pasting in the chat what they look like.
They're speared in the hearts.
Oh God.
What? Copy paste. Copy. Paste. No. Alright, well anyway, I'll just screen share.
Green check.
You having a hard time sending a picture?
Oh.
So you see these folks standing out front of the gardens, kind of partaking in the beauty and the splendor, and you see two children kind of running around. These two children.
Rabbit.
Rabbit child.
Rabbit child. And you see the two children, they kind of run up close to the grates, closer to you guys, and they run up and Rabbit Kid is like, "Hey! I ain't seen you before." And the little girl's like, "Quiet, don't be so rude. It is not very kind to say these things to newcomers." And Rabbit Kid is like, "I don't care, I want to know who they are." "Hey, who are you, Blondie?"
I am Sir Klaus. I have not seen you before either. Who are
It's
you?
kind of weird because they're speaking common.
Ah. Are you from here?
I guess not originally, but I am now.
Alright. What are your names?
My name is Speed Viper 3000.
Nice.
And she says, "That is not his name. His name is Jack.
Ah,
And
Nice.
my name is Credence. It is very kind to make your acquaintance."
you as well.
Well,
And who are these fine folk over here? Are they with you?
and Rabbit Man is like, "Oh yeah, that's our mom and our dad and our brother.
Ah,
Yeah.
We live here, and my dad and my mom, they like lead the city, and it's great. So
oh,
we're basically
so
like royalty, so you better treat me like that."
are they the mayor? The
Yeah,
mayors?
yeah.
Are they both the mayor?
I mean, really, my mom is, but my dad also is. They kind of go together on things. They work as a team, you know?
Nice. Very well. I would like to meet them, but that's all right.
And the little girl says, I don't know if that will be possible. They seem to be in discussion right now. They told us to run along, so typically that means that we are not permitted to speak to them for this particular time before they are speaking of grown-up things that do not require child minds involved.
Well, I'm a grown up.
Yes, but they are speaking about very important things. But I can take a message if you wish.
Oh no, that's all right. I'll try and speak with them another time. You all have a good day.
Can Endurance like flap, kind of like take off from his shoulder and start kind of like flying, like high, but like flying above them a little bit?
Sure. And the rabbit goes, "Ah!" And he like jumps in a bush. And she says, "Sorry, it's his instinct."
Yes, I imagine.
Am I able to hear anything, or are they too far below me?
I mean, you're pretty high up. I mean, if you were to float down, it would be fine.
I'll go a little bit lower. Is there like a tree nearby or
Yeah,
anything?
sure.
Okay, I'll kind of like just fly up and perch in a tree, like near enough that I'm able to hear.
Yeah. So the lady mayor and her husband and their son, they are all speaking over there together. And they're discussing, you hear them kind of over here saying, also speaking common, which is strange, but I believe they would get the best education if they went to Ilijan. I know times are kind of tough right now, but I want the best for them. And the gentleman, he says, "I agree. As much as I wish to keep them here. For 10 years, we have had nothing but joy. But there comes a time when they must leave the nest. We must have them get the best education possible. And the brother says, I loved my time in Illajon. Taught me how to build awesome stuff. And he kind of points to this like rifle thing strapped to his back. And he was like, I just remember my days at the House of Freech. Goodness gracious. The things I built. Remember that one time I had that project? I built that robotic bear? Insane. And the lady mayor's like, yes, and then it proceeded to barrel through the home and destroy everything. Well, it's settled. As soon as this whole war business blows over, we'll have them sent there. But maybe we shouldn't spoil their break right now. We have to let them know later. So it seems it's just discussions that they just don't really want them to partake in right now.
Okay. I'll kind of like have, I guess, heard enough and go back to Maynard.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll look at Endurance, be like, should I go over there?
I'm just gonna kind of like shake my head.
All right, let's go get the others. So I'm going back.
You see,
Regroup with the others.
Rabbit Boy has the zoomies across the yard at this point.
Okay. All right. So, good news. They are going to rally the forces, and we are going to link up with them. I don't know how they're going to take it whenever Sir Klaus doesn't show up and Sir Maynard does instead, but that's what's happening.
Great job, team.
Endurance is gonna. She's still kind of in her hawk form. Is gonna hop. We're out of view, right? We're like way out of view.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's gonna hop down and kind of turn back into herself and be like, "So, we also saw the mayor and her husband and son kind of walking around the garden and some other little children of theirs. I was able to fly over and listen, and not a whole lot of interesting discussions taking part there. Apparently, their son is a inventor of some kind. He likes to build robots, and they're sending him away to some other city, sounds like, for schooling, after this whole is implying the unrest among the, with the war and everything brewing after that's all blown over. So nothing very interesting there, but we were able to convince the captain that we were, meant well. And we kind of look at Maynard and be like, well, you could technically just two of us. Like they would just be Sir Klaus and me missing. So Sir Klaus could have always had an accident.
He died.
Yes, he could have died very, very suddenly and brutally. So there was that. We could I mean, I could always do. I would have offered to scout ahead, but I mean, I could always still do that to see where they're at. But no, because we have no idea really where the army is at this point.
That may be a good idea.
Yes.
If you want to meet us at the meeting point.
Yes, happily. Crap, I have to use another beast form. I just realized I should have stayed in mine. It's all right. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I'm just gonna go ahead. Well, I don't want to be too big. I want to be seen, so I'll just turn into the same form and kind of, I guess, fly off and the direction of the meeting point.
At this point, you guys hear bells, very loud chimes ringing on the island. And after probably 5 minutes of them continually ringing, you notice that on the main part of the city, you hear chimes going off in kind of different spots. It seems like this warning signal has occurred.
Random question. This is random, like I said, but like being I fly pretty fast, is it possible that like when I get to that spot, I could like rest in short rest in a tower and gain one of my beast forms back?
Maybe.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna attempt to do that.
Okay.
I'll be flying very fast.
So, are you guys going back to the city part, the mainland? Okay. So you guys take the boat back to the mainland. You dock back and you see the sailor, and he says, "How'd it go?"
Worked like a charm.
Of course you did. And so of course you can see the city is in uproar. Everybody's scurrying around. You notice that there is an influx of guards just patrolling everywhere. You see a couple organized troops here and there. You see some people that look like captains kind of leading them. And the bells are just going off completely. Way, way far, you see a mountain ridge, way far in the distance, and you can see the tiniest bit of movement at the top. Very far.
Do y'all see
Endurance
that
or
too?
us?
Yeah.
Probably endurance.
I'm seeing like the kind of like the maybe the beginnings of the army over mountains.
And for you to be able to see that, it has to be something really big. Way over there.
Oh, can I keep flying and like fly super fast and kind of be able to like high enough they don't really spot me, but close enough that I'm able to kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So Miss Falcon is going extremely quickly. We need some slight danger music, I believe.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me turn on the slight danger music. This playlist is called Bad Shit for Real.
Oh gosh.
So, endurance. You go flying through the skies, soaring quickly. You climb very high so you can dive and go diagonally very swiftly. So it takes you a few minutes, but you finally get within range to be able to see what is coming overhead. And it looks like a pretty good-sized troop, probably 200, coming your way. And on top of that, you see that they have a giant mastodon, 2 of them, coming over the ridge,
Oh
carrying
shit!
troops on the top.
What? The Return of the
They came
King?
prepared. They came prepared to bust down the walls.
Crap. Oh no.
And in between them, you see one with a very large banner being carried behind him. A very large knight riding this massive horse, like larger than any Clydesdale you've seen. Black, pure black. The armor, gold trimmed, but black. And behind them you see the symbol of Azimentus. The golden banner.
Oh my
The
god.
horse black. The armor black.
Everything black. Make it all black.
Endurance is gonna wheel back around, having taken everything in, like absolutely all of that, and just haul ass back to everybody.
Alright, so you haul all the way back. And you land on the shoulder of Maynard.
And I guess I can't communicate at all in this form, so I'm just gonna turn back into myself. I'm super winded, so I'm just like doubled over a little bit, be like, oh, it's bad. There's like 200 of them. They've got
200?
There's 200. They've got 2 mastodons. There's a knight on a horse, and he's bigger than any horse and knight I've ever seen. It's bad. They have Azimentus's banner, and they're close. They're not that far. They're close. Like, how far would you say from the city?
Probably 5 miles.
5 miles. They're about 5 miles away. Again, 200 strong with that knight and those mastodons. They're preparing to break down the walls.
Let's relay this info to the guards.
Yes. Are there any guards nearby?
I mean, yes. And you kind of catch some of them, and you get the attention of kind of what seems to be their leader.
Okay.
And Haruhi plays translator between you two, and the guard looks very stressed. You can see the sweat was already on his brow, but he is now becoming increasingly diaphoretic. So, He kind of ushers along a couple guards and he relays a message and they go bolting off.
So let's see here. What could we do?
You have the walls, at least, to keep between them and you. Of course, there are some homes outside the walls, but the majority of the town is within the walls.
Good.
I have an idea. Endurance, you said you had the polymorph spell, right?
I do. Yes.
We could at least maybe turn one of the mastodons into something tiny that's not going to affect the walls.
An idea. Let me look at my
Then maybe we just focus on the other one, trying to kill
So-
it.
being meta really quick. I'm looking at the spell and it says a new form can be okay, yes, I guess it can be any creature. It just has to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. Yeah, that would work. I think. Yes.
What does it say about a polymorph creature taking damage? Do they transform back into their original form?
Says
If they get
hit 0.
hit 0
Yeah,
hit points.
The transformation lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points or dies. The new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal or less to the target's. Okay, yeah. So the target assumes the hit points of its new form. And that any excess damage carries over. So if you were to damage it for 20 and it only had like 2 hit points, it would still get 18 off its regular form. So that's a great idea, Leonardo. I could turn it into a mouse, something absolutely ridiculous, and put it somewhere so nobody hit it, and we wouldn't have to worry about it transforming. But then it would have to save. I don't know. We might want to, throw it. I don't know, something.
Maybe something small that isn't going to die from just one hit.
That's a good idea. Yeah, something that's a little bit hardier. I'll think of
Because
something.
our main concern is them breaking down the wall.
Yes,
So,
very true.
As long as it's not a large creature.
Yes, I mean we could possibly we could lay traps for them. I don't know if they have anything in the city that we could use, but I mean we could lay magical traps to, that
I
you
hope
don't.
they don't attack from the ocean too. That would really suck.
That would suck. That would
I'm
suck.
just saying, it would suck.
All we know is that there's the one. Elodia didn't tell us about any other battalion, but she did only tell us there were 50 of them, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
that word is actually very accurate right now. Oh dear. Well, one thing I could do,
What
I
if I
could.
just put the mouse in my pocket? I bet it'd be safe there.
Well, we're not going to be able to get to the mouse, probably, because we would want to stay on the walls.
It would be a bit bad if the mouse were to suddenly turn back into a mastodon. I'm fairly certain that would crush you a bit.
What if
A mastodon.
Mastodon.
What if Endurance goes and picks up the mouse as a hawk and carries it far away?
Problem is, I have expended, unless I'm able to rest for a bit, I can't transform until I've been able to catch my breath for a little bit, which I'm not sure that's possible right now, but we'll see. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. We could. I could always make the terrain icy where they'd be walking. 'Cause it'd be easier for them to get difficult for them to get their footing when they're trying to break the wall down. But they could always go to another area. I don't know. It would be difficult for a mastodon to get up though if it slipped. So that could be an option. That knight though, he's the one I'm worried about most. He's massive. I've never seen a horse that big, or in person that big. I'm not even sure he is a person. He could be a giant for all I know.
Hmm.
Think of something. Do they have any ballista on the or ballista?
Yep. They got a couple ballista. Yeah.
That's good. We could always, I don't know, possibly do something to make the ballista, be set fire to them or make them so they deal further damage when they hit. That's an option. Or I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. I think we do need to stay behind the city walls, so whatever we do needs to be ranged.
They do have one kind of tower checkpoint you saw between you and them at this point, but it's only one tower next to the road.
Does it provide like a wall of some sort?
It's not really a wall. I mean, the wall around the city is the only wall, but it's kind of just a checkpoint along the road, perhaps to deter people.
Whoever's stationed there is not going to last very long. Well,
Is there anywhere to hide at that checkpoint?
I mean, the tower, sure.
What if we did something to make the tower fall as they were crossing it, and it could fall on them?
specifically, if it fell on the Macedon, that would be excellent. Or one or two, crush a bunch of the soldiers. That's an option. Ooh.
I volunteer, because I'm fast as fuck, boy. I can go lay something maybe explosive, and then run back, and I have a little, and
Where are some frickin' oil barrels, guys? We need to
Yeah.
grab some barrels. Barrels!
Powder barrels.
Yes, where are some
Notice that it's been about an hour since you last discussed the whole situation, and you notice that the captain and a whole like set of like guards that look more important kind of begin to make their way through the town, and you can see that the captain is looking very serious. He's sweating, but he is walking locked in down the road.
Right.
Giving orders to the sub-captains and whatnot.
I'm gonna tap Maynard and be like, Maynard, maybe the captain does have something we could use. Is smoke powder canon to this world? Would you say?
I mean something similar, I'm sure.
Okay. And is there a term, or is smoke powder fine?
Sure.
Okay. Perhaps they have some vat of smoke powder somewhere that we could dip into and plant near that tower and knock it down.
Very well, let's go inquire. So take
Mhm.
Haruhi and try to find someone important to ask that to.
Yes.
They have any kind of explosive thing, and kind of tell them the plan about seeing if we can knock the tower over.
You approach the captain himself, and he doesn't really recognize you, but he recognizes Haruhi. And he's like, and he begins talking, and he just says, is this the rest of your group? And he kind of motions to the rest of you guys behind. And she said, yes, this is them.
I'm Maynard now.
Okay, yeah.
My spell has faded.
Yes. Okay. We are. Kind of look at Maynard. Be like, we are like she said. Can you understand me though? Do I have to? I guess she'll translate.
Ryan just made me an espresso martini.
All be like, we are part of the Sir Klaus's group. We are wondering if you have explosives anywhere. One of our members had the wonderful idea of potentially taking that tower over there. I'll point at it and dropping it on some people. We've unfortunately, Klaus's Falcon was able to scout ahead and see there's a large number of them, larger than we were expecting, and they have 2 mastodons that I'm assuming they're going to be using to bust down your walls. So if we could stop some of them before they reached here, that would be good.
And he kind of looks, and he has a couple advisors with him, and they all kind of look at each other and they consult, and he says, I would be willing to sacrifice the good of the tower to take those beasts out. That could be very detrimental.
I agree. So, any idea of what we could use, or who could be the one to not take it down so that it falls on them in such a way?
I mean, we have plenty of smoke powder. I mean, we do have explosives that could be useful for this, and I could send some guards along with you, to help.
I got this, guys.
Do you want to assist with the tower blowing up? It was your idea, little. Well, if she wants to, I say.
I mean, we could all go.
We could,
Sure.
yes. That's an idea.
Can
I
I be the
agree.
one? Can I be the one to do it? Click it.
Heck yes.
Yes.
Well, I think that's a wonderful idea. That way, well, we do need to, whatever we do, it needs to have some sort of, maybe we shoot an arrow or so. How far is the tower from the walls? Because we don't want to be caught out in the
Pretty
open.
far. Pretty far.
Okay.
It's probably 1.5 to 2 miles out.
Oh dang.
Well, I'm assuming whatever we need to do, somebody's going to need to be present to light it.
And he says, "Here," and he kind of pushes forward this thin kind of teenager. Kind of a common theme you found in this world is goofy teens. And he kind of pushes forward this goofy teen with a bunch of acne and stuff.
Oh.
And he said, "Take him. He's a sorcerer. He can cast a flame to light it up."
I mean, that's not necessary. We can do that as well.
It's just a matter of distance.
Listen,
I
we
was
don't have
going to
any
try
users.
and do,
Can you provide horses for us to return quickly into the city?
Sure, we can do that.
All
What are you
right.
saying, Sawyer?
nothing.
Okay. So he kind of, you guys get some horses, through some means, and, he gives you, like, 6 horses.
All right. Well, we need to be very swift. Once that thing is lit and planted, we need to. There needs to be a way to hide ourselves, though, 'cause they're going to fire on us if they see us. Is it like an open area, or are there areas where we can
It's
like hide the
wooded.
horses?
It's wooded.
Okay, good. I say we keep the horses a good distance away. Trap, back up as far as it allows for us to catch the smoke powder alight, and then run the horses as fast as they can go back to the city.
Horse.
Whose horse is that?
Say it. Say it. Yes. Okay.
Can we see like what side of the tower they're gonna end up on?
Yeah, I mean, like, so the tower, if you're going towards the city, is on the left side of the road. So if you can get it to collapse, it'll collapse in their direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Good.
assume we've acquired smoke powder.
Yeah, I mean, he
barrels.
sends some guards with you, and you see that strapped to the back of these horses, have pretty good-sized barrels.
We can, I guess we'll have to wait until the moment is right, until so I'm trying to visualize. So in the big troop of them that I saw, are the mastodons like next to each other, or is there some distance?
There's some distance. There's one in the front, one in the back.
So we
Well,
only get one. Oh.
Well, which of them has more soldiers clustered around it?
Probably the one in the front that's leading. And it appears that the one in the front looked more heavily armored for, to ram it.
Well, I say we go after the one in the front had the most armor, and it might, that might protect it some, but I do think if we manage to take that one out, it'll help us a lot, or at least wound it greatly. We could figure something out from there. The other one was less armored and might be easier to. Plus, there were more soldiers around the first one, so the more we get, the better. I could also, just to bit extra damage before we flee the area. Well, it probably has a distance. Just kidding. I said nothing. Actually, wait, hold on. That does have a nah. That's conjuration, actually. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can. I have to be like within the distance of the spell to keep concentration of it, right? Like if the range is like 100 feet. What oh
Ah!
oh no. Okay. So just meta question. I have to be like keep the distance like in the range of a spell to keep concentration of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. In that case, I probably wouldn't want to do anything. Don't want to waste anything.
Little, you may want to get one of your crossbow bolts ready. Tie some paper on or some cloth around it, and then I can light it for you, and you can shoot it.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree.
Alright, so at this point, you guys are exiting the city walls. You have exited through the gate and you are riding very quickly along the road. Of course, most of the horses with the smoke barrels on them. You're kind of like Irwin style with all these horses, man. You guys are at the front, and then a bunch of the smoke powder barrel horses are in the back, and you guys are running through this forest. And this sounds like an Attack on
It
Titan song right here.
does.
Anyway,
My soldiers.
my soldiers fine. Okay. So you guys are blasting it through the forest, and you hear just like this really loud creaking above you as you go through the secondary gate, and you look up and you see the ballistas are cranking up, trying to get in position. You see fires lit along the watchtowers, and things are heating up, fellas. Up ahead, you see the mastodons descending on the side of the mountain into the valley. And up ahead, you can see the tower above the trees. And the tension is getting to you at this point, so you rush quickly to the tower. And at the top of the tower, another bell is ringing and going off, and there are guards at the bottom, and they have set up some temporary barricades at the bottom, kind of in the middle of the road. This, like I said, this area is pretty heavily wooded, so this main wide road, they have tried to secure best they can. You get to the bottom, and some of the guards go up quickly, and they very rapidly kind of say a plan, and they all start shuffling around like ants, and everybody kind of comes out of the tower and helps unload these barrels, and they pack it around and inside the tower. You place some barrels on the outside, maybe where they won't be seen as overtly, and kind of put maybe some boxes around them so they don't look so suspicious. And so you notice that some of the guards at this point go up and kind of begin to hug each other and shake each other's hands and pat each other on the back and clash swords even, just kind of show some camaraderie. But yeah, they tell the guards to start running, and you watch as all these guards start running for their lives into the forest to get as far away from this area as they can. Some of them take the horses back, and you guys are kind of left near the tower.
They take our horses?
Not all of them. Like, yours stay, but like the other horses.
Okay. Alright, so we set up the barrels
And you guys
where
have a... Oh, go on.
where like the enemy wouldn't be able to see them, but we've got them where we can shoot them.
Do we want to get on our horses at like a distance enough that we're prepared, or do we want to wait? Sounds like we want to wait. Or maybe one person gets, well, the rest of us are on our horses towards the back. However we want to do this. We want to be able to get away.
We should ride away to where we're still in range. That way they're drawn towards us, and then we shoot it, and then turn and run.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, we could divert their attention and maybe make some of them get a little closer to the tower.
I think that's a great idea.
Could also, well, could one of us conjure some sort of illusion to attract their attention too, maybe? I'm not sure that would help much, but there was something for them to focus on to draw them closer, and then, I don't know.
Cannot today. I did not prepare that spell this morning.
I don't think I have anything.
Mishra?
What'd you say?
An illusion?
I do
Of course I have
have...
an illusion. What do you want?
What do we want? What do we think would be best for them to get their attention, to draw some in?
A little half-elf man with a big sign that says Azaminta sucks.
I like it. Let's do it.
Humans, heart, elves for life.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think so. All right. I say we do it. It's just weird enough that I think they'll be a bit confused by it. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. We have our plan.
You reach down.
Mishra, do you want to go ahead and get your illusion going? How long does it last, though?
As long as I can concentrate on it, I think.
All right. Well, how close are they? I'm assuming they're getting pretty close.
You feel the ground beneath you begin to shake. You hear
Right.
distant thuds and the clashing of swords and shields.
Somebody's fighting them?
No, just like them walking.
Oh.
Ooh.
You hear
Ominous.
at the distant thundering of many, many footsteps. You hear the crashing of trees.
Well, I say it's time to prepare. Shall we get on our horses and prepare to run and fire on this thing and get their attention?
We got this,
Indeed.
guys.
I look at Krogan and I say, no mercy?
No mercy.
No plunder.
All right.
All right, we need to ride within 120 feet. Little, I will light your arrow that you can shoot. In the event that you do miss, I will try and cast Firebolt at it. Only if you miss. This is all I want you
Stop
to do.
manifesting! Stop manifesting it!
Oh God.
So, you all get into your positions. You get on the back of your horse, prepared to ride away swiftly. As you
Sit
hide,
side leg like a lady.
Oh my God.
as you hide deeper in the forest. Keep your heads kind of peeked around the large trunks of these ancient trees. And you begin to make out figures, the light gleaming off of their armor and their
Music's scary.
shields.
I'm so stressed out right now.
I
Like,
know! Emma, this music is scary.
shaking in my boots over here. Okay, continue. Sorry.
You watch as movement begins to come into view. And behind them, a large mastodon comes into view as well. It is decked out with the banners and the colors of Azimentus. Across the front of it, between two chains, hangs a very large battering ram between its tusks. It swings back and forth, with poles on either side, prepared to be pushed by very, very large orcs that they have employed. You see at the very, very front of the troops, there seem to be very large Goliaths, wielding very large axes. They seem to be the very frontmen of this battle. They rush forward at the side of the tower. They surge and converge on it. You see them rushing into the tower to sweep it for any signs of life. The rest of them continue onward. This is less of what I want. That's fine. They rush through, and you watch as they begin throwing things out of the windows of the tower and looting it. At the top, they begin to ring the bell quite loudly, as if to taunt the people of the city. The mastodon begins to get closer and closer to the tower, until finally, it is very close to the tower.
Is it at the spot?
Yeah, I need you guys to also make kind of stealth-ish checks.
Oh, son of a bitch.
We're not moving, so
I know.
do
but
I
still.
have to roll disadvantage?
No.
14.
14.
Are you kidding me right now?
What checks are we doing? I'm sorry.
Stealth.
Okay.
I'm
Alright,
good.
I got +5 on this one. Yeah.
Got it, girl. I got a 2, so that's
Did
fine.
it! I got 10.
Well, better than a 2. This dice band.
22.
Nice. How is the druid not the stealthy one? Oh my god.
So you guys had kind of slightly split up into like two kind of spots, kind of positioned a little bit around the perimeter. So group Krogan, you guys seem
Yes.
to be
Well, I'm with Little,
Fine.
though.
yeah, that's fine.
I'm beside Little.
So who am I with? I'm sorry.
Yeah, who are you with? Misha, them, whatever. Point
Who
is,
are you?
Misha
Good question.
also has conjured this elf man out front, and she kind of casts him out, and he kind of runs out from behind, and he's holding this sign. He's like, "Azimentus sucks. We hate Azimentus. Azimentus sucks. We hate Azimentus."
Let humans and elves make love.
And so you
Make
watch
babies.
as some of the Goliaths like surge forward to try to take this thing out, and they swing on it, and they realize this is fake, and they look around very rapidly because obviously this is illusion magic. It doesn't take them long to figure it out. And one of them locks eyes with you, Maynard, and also one locks eyes with Endurance, kind of
That
both.
makes sense.
And they point and they yell in this guttural voice, and they begin to rush forward.
Is the Mastodon within range?
Yeah.
Alright, I cast Prestidigitation, and immediately Little's arrow catches on fire on where she had the cloth.
Now, Little.
I only have one word.
What?
Hear
I
it!
hear
And she shoots it.
We couldn't hear what you said. We just saw. You
What's
said,
that?
I have one word.
That's what it was.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Silence. No,
I
don't
only
do
have
it loud.
one word. Balenciaga.
That was a great show.
All right, I need
And she.
you to make an attack roll.
Oh God, you got this, Little.
Come on.
Yeah, girl.
20.
Let's go.
It's almost as if it was in slow motion. She yells,
Yeah.
Balenciaga! And this arrow with the flame on it flies, and it whizzes past the faces of these Goliaths, and it strikes true the barrel of smoke powder. And almost in an instant, you watch as you almost see the explosion before you even hear the sound. It just erupts into flame, and then a secondary explosion, and then a tertiary explosion, and all of a sudden the entire bottom layer of the tower is just gone, and it sends rubble flying everywhere in that radius, as well as starts to bring that tower toppling down. And unfortunately, it is not enough time for that mastodon to react, and so it just collapses on top of that thing, and you can just hear this almost crushing sound as you hear the top of this mastodon's spine is just cracked, and you watch as this giant beast like bellows out this roar of agony, and it collapses, and you hear this giant crashing sound as its tusks just drive into the ground and catches some of the other soldiers in its way. Anybody that was riding on it has been flung off, and now there's this giant barrier of rubble laying across the road. You guys ride swiftly
Let's go.
away.
Haul ass people.
Oh God, no.
Shouldn't have been the bad guy.
Are you guys going? Where are you guys heading? Are you heading back to the walls?
I'd say back to the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get back inside.
Or not.
All right. So, you guys rush back towards the walls. So, the area between the forest and the wall is a pretty large field. Pretty big. And it has a big river running through it, through the middle of it with a bridge. So you guys kind of cross that, get back. And as you are kind of approaching the other side of the fields and getting close to the walls, you look behind you and you realize that the troops have avoided that at this point, and the rest of them are surging forward at the edge of the tree line. On the other side, you see the knight on the large horse, and you almost feel him gazing all the way at you as you look back on your horse, and you watch as he takes his lance, this huge black lance that he has, and he points it straight at you,
God.
Sir Maynard?
all of you. He's taunting you.
Oh,
Dude.
okay.
It's almost like you can all
Lil's just like-
individually- It's almost like you can all individually
Just
like
pause.
feel his gaze.
Hmm.
All right. I go to Sir Maynard. I'm like, who do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't think it's Azamintus, though. It seems very powerful.
Endurance, do you think it's Azamintus?
I hope not. I can't imagine he'd busy himself with Sabib. It doesn't seem that big of a city for him to be worried about, but I've been wrong before, so who knows?
Misha
Yeah.
is like riding, and she's like, "That's not the Pale Rider. He rides like a griffin."
Right.
I was about to say pale.
That horse is very pale anyway, nor is his armor. Doesn't fit with the body.
Well, then he should be easy to kill, I guess. Correct?
You watch as he points at you, but he kind of remains at the tree line as the rest of the troops surge forward.
I look down at Little, and then I look at him, and then I flip him off as well.
So we're all just like,
Right. Oh God.
damn
That's
it.
Oh. Well, yikes. Oh. Creepy.
I'm like, guys, I know he's bad, but it's
Oh,
kind of
God.
getting me, going a little bit. Ah!
Oh, God.
Guilty!
He's made of metal.
As we're riding, I'm gonna kind of look at everybody and be like, so, I know we had the idea to polymorph the mastodon, but I have another idea. It might be a little crazier, but if
Are
I
we
can,
going to drop? Are we going to drop the mastodon on him?
if I can, I can try to dominate its mind, and turn it against them. If I get
That
close
would be
enough,
Sick.
it would be.
Yes, that would be awesome.
I would like it. I would like to drop the mastodon on him more.
Maybe both. I could have a jump off. We never know.
We turn it into a rat, and then we pick it up, and then
Yeah,
we drop it
yeah.
on him.
Yeah.
And whenever, yes,
My first command will be Mastodon Mash on the.
I feel like Little and Krogan's like last brain cell are like this close. Foaming at the mouth.
Oh God. Okay. All right. All right.
Are you guys turning around to go after it?
After what?
No,
After
I
Mastodon.
think we should go back to the wall.
I think so too. I think there's gonna be a way for me to get closer to it. I think. Hope. We'll see.
I mean, it'll approach the wall at some point.
I could tell the soldiers to hold their fire on it for now. See if but I guess they could fire on it, but we would want them to weaken it. But if I succeed, there's no guarantee I'll succeed this, but if I do, I mean, it has to make no, I'm not gonna say this, but meta. The spell says it has to succeed in a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for up to a minute. So it'll be like,
Yeah.
was it 10 rounds or something? I forget.
It's a while. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do some
So
serious damage.
yes, we want it to be we want this thing to have taken as little damage as possible if this is to work. It is the least armored of the two, so if it doesn't work,
Shoot it, Tommy.
rain fire on it. But I say for now we tell the soldiers to focus their arrows and their attacks on everything else. Do we agree with that, or do we think that's silly?
I agree.
I agree.
Okay.
It is law.
It is law. In that case, once it gets within 60 feet of the wall, that's my first attack, if you will.
All right. So you notice that the knight and several troop members they station themselves at the other side of the battlefield, and they remain there as the rest of everybody surges forward. So you guys ride very rapidly through the gates, and they have set up some temporary barricades in the front, but you're able to kind of slip through. You get inside the gates and you hop off your horses, and the captain kind of runs to you and he says, did it work? Did it work?
It worked.
It worked. It worked very well. The first mastodon is dead.
Oh, thank God. And he says, all right, men, to your posts.
All right, one thing. I have a plan for the second mastodon, which would involve dominating its will to turn it against them. If you can, try to fire on everything else until I'm able to enact that spell. If it fails, I will let you know, and you can fire at will, but for now, just wait, because there's a chance that I might be able to beguile it into turning against them.
That is a marvelous idea. Quick, captains, let the other ones know. And so they kind of pass it through the ranks, and you can tell that there's like a whole archer volley standing at the ready, to take out what they can. And the two ballista that are stationed at the top, you hear it go. and they kind of click forward into motion, and you see one catapult at the ready. So at this point, you climb to the top of the wall and you can kind of see what's going on. You see that there's a whole line of archers in the front, and all of these large sword and axe wielding members are walking forward. And they get about 300 yards off. And they motion to release the first catapult. They release the first one, and a massive, just collection of stones flies forward, and it creates ripples among the battlefield. Some people disperse, some people are struck by the rebel, and it seems like they also had a secondary explosion in place. So you see where it's just a massive explosion, and it takes out several kind of regions there. So the initial wave comes forward and is kind of struck. Then they motion to release the volley of arrows, and you see just this rain of arrows fly down on the battlefield. And they lift their shields up to try to defend themselves, but not everybody has shields. And so it takes out a great number kind of their front lines. But the ones with shields continue forward. And they begin to converge, and they get about 200 yards away. The second Mastodon is still about 300 yards away. It was kind of further back along the line, but that wave is coming forward. You see that kind of along that line, it seems to be less armored, more sorcerers, if you will, maybe some people with some bows, but they begin to surge forward as well. The ballistas crank up at the ready, prepared to shoot the Mastodon, but they begin to get closer and closer to the gate. They tear down the barricades that have been made at the front. It doesn't take them long to get through it, but by that time they're at the gate trying to pave a way for the Mastodon. They're getting rained on by volleys of arrows. At that point, Mastodon's about 100 yards away, coming to try to bust down the door.
Yikes.
Sounds awesome.
And closer.
Also sounds like Clash of Clans, just a little bit.
What? Clash of Clans? Why would you
You
compare
said
Clash of Clans right
you
now?
said wizards, and I thought fire.
Ah!
They got wizards
You're a
and
wizard.
giants,
They got whizzies,
Yeah, and
barbarians.
yep,
dragons. You got electro drags.
Oh
Yep.
no!
They have pekkas.
elixir, yep, Mega Knight,
Don't come from my dark elixirs. Anyway, all right, back to it.
Hog Rider.
The Mastodon.
Oh my god.
Oh, crap!
It's the best one.
Mastodon Riders.
So the Mastodon gets right up under, and the ballistas, they're looking real nervous. They're looking over at you like, can we fire? Can we fire?
How close is the Mastodon? Is it within 60 feet?
It is now, and very rapidly closing in on the gate.
I am going to cast Dominate Beast on the Mastodon. It has to make a miss succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be charmed.
Okay. And also at this point, some of the archers are within range. They start picking off your archers at the top of the wall, and there are some individuals riding on top of the Mastodon that are almost at your level. You watch as they begin to throw arrows at you. I
Throwing
need
fire bolts at them.
Ooh, firebolts. Okay, so I'm gonna need some let's do some dexterity checks to see if you guys can hit. Let's do it like that.
All right.
Dexter, why? I have
You
a
hear
very
me?
high AC and 0 dex.
Hold on, I'm rolling
What
as
does
a group.
that make sense?
What the heck? Anyway. Alright, what's your AC endurance?
My AC is, I have really tiny AC. I believe it's 12.
Okay. Alright, endurance. You are struck by an arrow. You take
You don't have any armor?
If I do, it's like light armor. It's not very. I got a new. I don't think. Okay, maybe I have 13. No, okay, no, I do have 13 because I got
13.
yeah, 13 AC. That does seem low, doesn't it?
Which,
Didn't
do you
you
know
get
what your
that, like,
armor is?
Snowdrake armor or something?
Yeah, so Snowdrake armor. It didn't increase my AC by one. I might just have an outdated AC on here.
You probably do. That sounds pretty darn low.
Do you know what kind of armor it was, Emma?
I thought it was just a light armor. I need to this just reminds me I need to update my sheet because this shit I have all my stuff scattered to the four winds.
Can Little do a spell?
Sure, what are you doing?
Aid. So I can do 3 people. So I choose my peeps, and they all get +5 hit points.
Good
And
spell.
then
Thank you.
my bonus action is to do Shield of Faith, which is the shield, and I'm gonna cast that around endurance.
Damn, you did. You the best.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, you did.
Nice.
that was good. That was a good
That was
combo right
good.
there. All right,
Guys,
so
I took a Vyvanse before this.
good job.
Um,
Good job by
My
Vance.
God.
Okay, so what does that make her AC? You said total then?
+2 to it.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
An arrow comes volleying at you, but you are able to evade it very quickly. Maynard, this one's coming at you, not gonna hit you. It
Okay.
just bounces right off your armor. You throw up your shield. Krogan. Ooh, nat
Yes.
20. This guy's coming at
Oh.
you for
Ooh.
12 damage.
I block it. I'm just kidding. 12
Okay.
damage, all right.
All right, this is an 11. I don't think that hits you, Holland. So you also, with your cat-like reflexes, evade the arrows. Good job. So you start casting firebolts at the top of this mastodon, and you start kind of hitting a couple people here and there. They begin flying off. Endurance stands up on the edge of the wall, prepared to cast Dominate Beast. Go for it. Wisdom save, you
I
said?
cast it. It has to make a wisdom save. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's roll. All right. It fails.
No!
It failed the save, or
It
the
failed
spell
the
failed?
save.
Okay, good.
Good. All right. I'm gonna. Do I kind of feel my mind interlink with it?
Yeah, you feel yourself
Interlinked.
almost becoming the eyes of this creature.
And I'm gonna give it. It says I can give it issue commands like that are specific or general. And my command. So what is around it? I'm just like kind of getting a visual. Like how many.
Lots of people and the gate.
My command is just gonna be like to focus it on its own army and just to say destroy them.
Ooh.
Ooh. Would they stop?
The mastodon looks up at you. This is too happy. Not this.
This is a little
not
bit
what I
more
want.
evil.
This is. I need
Oh.
more evil. I need this.
Ooh.
This one. As soon as it jumps forward just a bit. This one. I need some Elden Ring.
Oh, yeah. It's perfect.
Alright, the mastodon. You feel its brain just kind of melds and it says, "Yes, my liege." And you watch as it just rears its head up, and everybody kind of looks up at it like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" And it just goes and just sweeps, clean sweep of most of the people that were right in front of that gate. And you can feel the absolute ire across the battlefield from the night. And you watch as it just kind of gives that mastodon howl, and it just turns and just begins sweeping back and forth with its tusks. You watch as people get skewered, as you watch as it just gores people, flings them up in the air, and people are just obliterated to nothing but guts. And you watch as some of these larger Goliaths just go in for the legs, just start cleaving its legs, and it kind of falls forward and falls on top of some other people, and you watch as its body just kind of collapses in front of the gate, almost effectively creating a barrier for the other army, the rest of the army.
Jesus.
Wait, so the mastodon collapsed in front of the gate?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
So
Effective.
you watch as the rest of the army kind of begins to scramble around, and even some of them at this point is like, "Oh shit, this is not going like we hoped it would." So the walls continue to hold fast everywhere else. You see overhead there are a couple flyers. You notice that there are Pegasus flying overhead with people mounted on them. some of the archers begin to try shooting at it, and the ballista try to aim up, but these things are very adept, very fast. And some of them get through. You see 2 of them are shot down with ballista finally. But you begin to kind of feel like a rain of terror begin here. You watch as on the other side of the wall, people are struck down. You see a fireball just go off, and it looks like it came from one of these Pegasus, and it just obliterates a section of this wall. And you see the troops begin to kind of rally below and move towards that section. It's not quite open, but it's lower than the entrance.
Direct all my attacks at that dude.
I'm gonna. Well, yeah, it's not my turn yet, but when it is, can I at least move? I guess I'll have to wait to move closer to it first when it's my turn, correct?
It can be your turn. We're kind of not doing a turn order
Okay.
here.
Can I run over there and cast? Can I cast a spell?
What do
go
you
with
want?
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want?
I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire
Ooh, nice.
right across that opening
Nice.
at the specifically the 3rd level. So
Okay, so a wall of fire goes up. It kind of torches a couple people in the process and deters the rest of them. Krogan, what are you doing?
oh, Krogan's
Going
there.
to the restroom. Just kidding.
Okay, sorry.
So,
I also had to guess.
are there other soldiers that I can kill close to me, because I'm more of a close combat feller?
A couple of the melee fighters kind of got up the wall. You saw that they
Mhm.
kind of conjured up some ladders, and also a couple of the sorcerers were able to maybe use like a long strider jump, and they were able to kind of make it up to the edge. So at this point you do see another large Goliath kind of cleaving these archers down with a huge battle
Whoa.
axe.
Okay. I'm going to, I guess, go after him and try to hit him with my. Well, actually, first I'm going to rage, and then
Nice.
yes, pull out the great axe, and
That's
I'm
right.
going to roll to hit, I guess.
That's right. He identifies you. He looks across as he has just chopped down a poor archer that has been absolutely gutted. And he looks
Ooh.
up from that archer at you with cold eyes, and he identifies you as his natural foe in this fight right now.
Okay. Give me a moment.
You have made a rival on the field.
Ooh. I'm so afraid. All right. I got
He's shivering.
an 8.
An 8?
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, an 8.
Unfortunately, he's a little faster than you are on the draw, and he
Ooh.
is able to dodge it. All right.
Okay.
Does a, let's see, 15 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Uh-oh. All right, he is...
Actually, my armor class is 15, so if it meets it, it beats it. Is that what's up?
That's right.
Damn.
All right, he does 7 damage to
Ooh.
you. Gives you a good
Okay.
chop, and he's gonna try to... Oh, wait, do you have 2 attacks?
I do have 2 attacks. Yeah, you're
Go
right.
ahead and try to roll for your other one, too.
All right. 22.
22?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you smoke him.
Nice. All
What are
right,
you
let's go for
hitting
damage.
Yeah.
14.
Ooh, 14 damage. What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna go for an arm. Just try to cut one of his arms off.
Nice. You give him a good slash. You don't quite sever it, but man, you get a good deep cut on his dominant arm.
Okay, cool,
He
cool.
looks rather crippled on that one. Little, what are you doing?
Little goes up to one of their soldiers. She's running, and goes up to one of the soldiers, and she does spiritual weapon, which I have to roll on a hit. The target takes force damage equal to 1d8, your spellcasting ability modifier.
That's right. You got those Baldur's Gate spells. That's right.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Okay, so I roll a d8.
So basically you have like spirits floating around. Wait, spiritual weapon or spiritual guardians? I'm sorry.
Spiritual
weapon.
Oh, okay. You conjure a weapon. What is it? What kind of weapon?
It's going to be a flaming arrow.
Okay.
Just to mock them.
That's pretty awesome. Okay.
Nice.
You conjure your spiritual weapon. It is next to you.
And then, okay, I roll a d8.
To try to hit.
Okay. Is this a
That has to
D8?
roll to hit for a
Okay.
20. Yeah.
Oh, I have to roll a 20, or I have to roll something?
Yeah.
A 20 thingy.
Yeah.
All right, I got 18.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
All right, you hit and roll your damage.
Okay, I'll do a 1d8, but I get a bonus action, so I roll
Nice.
one. Ah, fuck! It's a 0. Okay, so my bonus action.
Wait, that means 10. That means 10. 0 means 10. Wait. Why do you have a D10? You need a D8.
Is this a D8?
It kind of looks like a weird diamond.
Oh, never mind. Oh, like this? That
That's
one.
a 4.
Oh, this one. Okay, cool. 1. Ah! Okay, so
That's
8
okay.
damage.
Plus some stuff usually. So like we'll say like plus 3 or something. Okay. So you kind of see a weakling and you send the arrow and it strikes the weakling right in the forehead. It's not enough to hurt him that bad, but
Oh.
it is definitely enough for it to fall on the ground and howl in horror.
And then I cast Glyph of Warding as my bonus action. And it says when you cast this level, spells off 4th level or higher, and the damage of an exploded ruin glyph increases by 1d8 for each spell slot above 3. What spell slot am I?
I mean that's your choice. You have spell slots up to like what, Gentry, like 4 or 5?
Look at
4?
fourth
Yeah.
level.
So I mean, if you choose to cast it at 4th level, then it'll be an additional 1 or whatever. But that
Okay.
would mean you are using your 4th level spell slot, which you don't have many of those.
Yeah. It's a full powerhouse spell.
Do I roll the 20?
I don't think so for Glyph of Warding.
Oh, okay. So I just roll the 8.
Does it say on the? Do you see the thing in the spell app? Like usually it says "Lit die."
Oh,
Okay,
this
let's see.
says 1d8.
Like
Harms other creatures on the surface. So do you want to like cast it on like the ground? Is that what your goal is?
Yes.
Okay. So. I think they gotta make probably a dex save. Yeah. Okay, so let's say there's like 5 guys in the area. So let's make collective. Oh, they all fail. So roll your 5d8.
Okay. Ow! Oh, guys, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay.
got it, girl.
All right, I got 8. I got 6. I got
Okay.
5.
20.
I
Okay,
got-
going.
4.
24. Okay.
I got 1. I
25.
got 3.
28. Okay. 28. So
Woo!
this region, do you cast it on the wall or do you cast it like below? What do you want to do?
Below.
Okay, you cast it below. And unbeknownst to these people, they have this glyph of warding underneath them, and all of a sudden it just explodes and it sends bodies flying as they just blew up. Yeah. Maynard, you look off in the distance. You watch as the night begins to kind of go back into the forest with a little group.
Ooh, that's concerning.
He just retreated into the forest. I don't know what he's doing.
How many guys are left? Like being
You guys
used?
have taken out a lot of the grunts, and at this point, some of the people of the city, some of the people of Sabib, have gotten to the ground and are also fighting on the ground. You guys seem to be doing pretty
They
well.
ran outside the wall?
A couple of them, like some of the
Damn.
more melee and like a couple cavalry members and things like that. Kind of more
Great.
from the side, maybe not the central gate, but like some side gates.
Nice.
Like a pincer attack, trying to cut them off in the back.
Damn.
Cavalry coming out.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys seem to be on the winning side at this time.
I'm gonna kind of like look concerned towards Maynard because he said that, and I looked, and do I see the knight retreating as well into
Yeah.
the forest? Do we go after him or do we hold our position here?
I mean, I think we should just hold our position.
Agreed.
We have the upper hand behind
We
the
do.
walls.
A little concerned about why he's retreating, but I guess he knows he's outnumbered in this situation. Ooh. Maybe we can track him down later if need be. Horse has to leave footprints, pretty big ones.
Krogan, you're back in your fight against your natural enemy.
Okay, I'm
Go
back.
ahead and roll to attack. Oh wait, did he attack you yet?
He did attack me
once.
indeed.
Yeah, he's gonna attack you again. So does a 18 hit? Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, he's gonna do another 5 damage to you, Krogan.
Halved.
Halved.
3 or 2.
2. Only 2, because you're raged.
Nice. All right. And now I will attack him.
Indeed.
I will hit at the same arm. And then I will, let's see, roll the hit. Oh, 8! Ah!
First one
No!
misses. Try again, try again.
All right. Reroll. 20. Let's go.
Nice.
Natural 20?
Nice.
Yeah. Well, no, it was 13 plus 7, but
Okay, 20.
Ooh, nice.
20.
Roll your damage.
6.
Ooh, another 6 damage to the same arm. Unfortunately, this one kind of slices close, but not exactly the same spot. But that arm is very hurt.
Nice.
All right, Maynard, what are you doing?
Yes.
What's around me?
A lot of people. Enemies
Bad
around you
guys?
on the top. Yep, on the top of the
The
wall.
I'm
world.
gonna start
End of the
slashing at
world.
him.
He's slashing them.
Slashing him.
So you kind of, these people are just kind of grunts. So you kind of get to slashing away, and they're falling pretty easily. You go ahead and make like 2 attacks. Oh,
Kitty!
you go ahead and make 2 attacks and take out 2 different guys.
Oh,
Trying to get up
look
there.
at her. I require attention. So cute.
Hey, buddy.
He's oh my gosh.
So cute. And then he disappears.
Oh, it's a kitty cat.
He's so cute. Armin!
Armin!
Oh,
Alright,
he disappears.
let's see.
cat.
You notice that a sector to your right begins to be taking a lot of damage all at once. You see a swarming
you taking
insect
damage?
cloud. Not you, a sector kind of to the right of you.
Our people or the bad guys are taking
You're
Wall.
good people. You see an
Oh.
insect swarm appear at the top of the wall, and it begins to just be going crazy, and you hear people screaming over there.
Let's see where it originated from.
You look at
Thus
the ground.
send the Lord, thus
Oh my
send
god,
the
how
Lord.
thanks.
You see
Let
on the
my
ground,
people go.
Or actually, do a little perception check for me. Let's see if you can figure it out.
Great. No.
Ooh, you do not know
Uh-oh.
where it's coming from, but that insect cloud is holding.
Could I roll
you
perception
doing
check
that?
too?
Sawyer, are you doing a hey guys, all this available on my Amazon storefront?
Oh my god.
we got
Oh,
we've got liquid
damn.
IV.
No, just cooking with Sawyer, you know.
Oh, I nat once. That's not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, let me roll. Let me roll. 3.
Nope. We do not know where this insect swarm is coming from.
No.
Damn
Misha doesn't either.
it.
Krogan?
Perception check, Krogan.
What?
Say-
Okay, I'm on it. I'm on it. Give me a moment. All right, perception check. P.
PP.
21.
Oh, casual.
Krogan,
Yes.
you see hiding behind the mastodon is this like
Yes.
hooded figure. It looks like they're kind of incanting. What am I saying? They're saying an incantation. And they are kind of motioning, and you can see that they seem very hyper focused on that insect cloud right now.
I think they're making that cloud.
Point.
Endurance will kind of look over. Is there anybody around that guy, or is he pretty kind of like by himself?
I
in that
mean,
area?
there's fighting around him, but he seems to be kind of hiding behind the mastodon.
Can
Hiding,
I
if you will?
how close is he to my firewall currently?
Not close.
Okay, so hold on. Let me check really quick. Like, because it has a. Oops, why am I looking at wall of water? Wall of fire. Thank you. Back.
You messed up asking that question. You should have said, "How close is he?" And then she says a number, and then you're like, "Well, funny you say that."
Right. Sorry, I'm currently trying
We gotta
to
set her up to fail.
drop our spell here, which is currently missing. Come back. One moment. Okay. So I'm going to move. Well, is it Oh, man, it hasn't done any damage. Well, no. So is it within? I guess my question is that guy within 120 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. Is it possible for me to kind of like compress my wall to like a smaller? Like I know it's already been conjured, but like to like compress it and move it over there.
Are you able to move the firewall once it's up?
It's a constant. Okay, maybe I'm thinking Baldur's Gate. Hold on. It says. Okay, maybe I can't. You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna drop it. And I'm going to cast.
You could move Moonbeam, something like Moonbeam.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Moonbeam. Actually.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna cast Moonbeam at the 3rd level. Over that mofo. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and takes 2d10
Nat
radiant.
1.
Ooh! All right, so let me
Also
go.
need to make a concentration saving throw. He succeeds on the concentration save.
Bam! All right, let's see. I believe this is a d10. Sorry, so I'm casting at 3rd level, so it takes an extra d10 of damage. Wow, okay, nice. 10 first roll. 8. And 3, so 21 damage.
Okay. You can see that he's visibly hurt by the moonbeam and is in quite a bit of pain. But the insect plague is still holding.
I am going to cast Firebolt at him and throw
Woo!
a javelin at him.
Go for it.
Nice.
That hits. It's 20-something. Hits, right?
27? Oh, yeah.
20-something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so he's going to take... ten fire damage.
Okay.
Just to make a concentration check.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, you throw the javelin, and you watch as
Or that
the
was
javelin...
the firebolt.
Let's pretend
Go
you
ahead.
threw the javelin first. Makes it more dramatic. Anyway. You throw the javelin, and it pierces right through the chest. And
Damn.
you see this hooded figure, the hood kind of comes off, and you see this much, much older person underneath that hood. And they kind of look up and throw their head up and offer a praise, like so, just as the firebolt hits them, and they just get smoked, fly back on the ground, singed ash.
Damn. What? I'll be right back.
I'm like, please, God.
Bam! Alright, Little, what are you doing?
Little is going to do. She is going to cast Dawn. So the sky gets really dark and low because she's just like, ah! And the sky gets really dark and low. But then this beam from the sun comes out and shoots out at some of
I
the
got bad
soldiers.
news. I don't know if you got a 5th level spell slot.
Damn it! Okay, I'm gonna go back up. Okay, you're right. I scrolled too far. Okay,
That's okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast another glyph of warding again. I'm gonna another group of.
Nice.
I'm back. What a miss. What a miss.
Just cast a glyph of
I pulled
warding.
a 5th level spell.
Whoopsie.
But wouldn't that have been so fucking cool? I just caused like an
Yeah.
eclipse and all of a sudden.
That would
Yeah,
be
it would
fun.
have been awesome.
Clerics do have some cool spells. I just can't
Fact.
use them yet.
That's okay. The ones you're using are pretty cool too.
They are
But
cool.
I'm gonna do a glyph of warding again. That's gonna be like, meow. But I want it to do the sigil of my religion, which I
Ooh.
think is like a monkey. I don't know. We used it one time. I had it down, guys. But
Sure.
but I put it around because I'm pissed. So at the bottom of these soldiers is just the in credentials That's not the right word, but it's the symbol of my religion.
Insignia or
Uh-huh.
something?
Because I'm like
Insignia, yeah.
the insignia, yes. So I do the exact same thing I did, and I can roll 5 times, you say?
Yes.
Okay,
5d8.
nice.
I
nice,
love the
nice,
glyph
nice.
of warding. Some of my faves.
Well, where's my
The little diamond one, remember.
Glyph of warding is the only thing that got me through
These?
the Ethel
These?
boss.
Not, I don't think that one. No, different one. Looks like
These?
this. Looks like diamond. Looks like a diamond.
These?
Yeah.
All right, so she goes 7,
7,
1,
8. Okay.
7,
14. Er, 15,
6,
21,
8.
29. You obliterate another sector. Bodies, again, fly everywhere, and they all look up to you, and some of them begin to start saying their prayers. At this point, the back lines are starting to fall, and some of them are turning and running, especially some of the lesser armored ones. Dispersing very chaotically, if you will. And some of the Sabib individuals surge forth. They send more cavalry members, and you catch the cavalry members kind of riding around and beginning to herd them back towards the gate.
Nice.
Kind of picking them off with bows and arrows and slashes with swords. The ballistas crank back up again and strike some of the flyers that are overhead as well.
Nice.
The night still not in view.
That's so creepy. I don't like that.
At this point, it looks like you're just kind of cleaning up. Krogan, let's see if you can kill your dude.
All right, let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna roll the hit. Let's see here. Give me a moment. Roll the hit is. We're still going with a great axe. 27.
Ooh, hits. Go for it.
Nice.
6.
Nice.
I'm guessing he's still alive.
Keep going.
Oh, yep, got another one. Very good. 17.
Ooh.
To hit? Yes, also hits. What's the damage?
Nice. All right. 10.
10. Alright, this guy was already worn down. So you come up, take your great axe, and you kind of just go whoop, and it chops him here, and you begin to see blood kind of squirting.
Ooh.
And as he falls on the ground, you take your axe and you just cleave his arm off, and arteries just spurting blood out his
Oh.
shoulder. As he
Nice.
screams, and he looks up at you in the native Goliath tongue.
I didn't hear anything you said. Say it again.
End me, brother.
Ooh, that's kind of sad.
Ooh,
Emma
I
said
didn't
this
understand.
episode is going to be an A24 movie.
He
Said
almost
skibbity
looks in his
toilet.
eyes like he is begging for it.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
Okay. I could. No, I just look at him. I was like, okay, no. I didn't understand a word he said, so I'm just gonna slice his head off because that's the way it is. But I'm not gonna slice it like this. I'm gonna slice it like that.
Ooh.
Oh!
You cleave him right in the middle. Your axe gets
Straight on the head. I
lodged in his
gotta
head.
kick on his body to
Ooh.
take it out.
Yeah, you kick the body and it falls over the edge of the wall and just smacks the ground, just splayed out.
Nice.
Can I move my moonbeam onto somebody else?
Yeah, you kind of begin to just like sweep it. It
Nice.
just begins to like take all these little soldiers out, and you're just like up there at the top of the wall. It's just like, what is this power? You just feel yourself like you and Little both kind of on opposite, like Little's a little bit further down the way, and you see her just kind of glyph of warding everybody, and you see Maynard just like firebolting here and there and like throwing javelins, and you kind of look around at each other like, what have we become?
Like fish in a barrel.
Nah, Little always wanted to become this.
My power.
She has been using her good. It's time for the chaotic.
Mishra is picking people off slowly, but you watch as she looks up at you, Endurance. She's kind of sitting at your feet as she watches you just sweep these people down. And she looks up at you almost with a little bit of fear in her eyes.
Ooh. Endurance doesn't even notice. She's very focused on what she's doing.
It seems that you begin to finish off the rest of your foes. At this point, it's just a simple roundup and killing of the Cavaliers that have cut them off from the back. People are beginning to fall on their knees and beg for forgiveness and beg for mercy, but it will not be given.
Damn. Shit. We should, can Endurance kind of like bark out, like, we should leave some alive for questioning. We need to learn more about them, what they have planned.
Of course, they can't hear you that far out, but you
Naturally.
you still have a couple people closer to you.
Okay. Are there any like people like within like if I like I guess how many people are there any like of their people like inside the walls?
Yeah, there's a few, but most of them are getting chopped down. But one is kind of close to you, and they seem to be cowering.
All right, I'm gonna kind of like I guess like keep my concentration on move onto one last person and kind of charge that person and kind of tackle to the ground and put my dagger at their neck.
Okay, so you have one person in custody.
Yeah.
Little kind of gets this group of people, and she casts spiritual guardians, and all of her tabaxi religious figures surround them and kind of stop them in their tracks, and they're all kind of like floating around them. I know, it's so fucking
That
cool.
does damage, but that's okay. We'll let it slide on this one. I like that. That was
Yeah,
you get an inspiration point for that one too. That was pretty sick.
Inspiration point.
I like that.
Nice.
The battlefield begins to die down. The fires are in the field, raging on.
Attacked your blinds.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
No, God. Not the boy.
Anyway, the bodies burn in the field. Their leader, their daunting leader, nowhere to be seen. The captain stands up on the side of the wall and raises a sword, and you hear a collective cheer from everybody around. And he says something out in a language you're not familiar with.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
ancient, it seems.
Endurance is gonna haul her kind of prisoner up and kind of like actually hold on 1 second. Where'd I put my phone? Oh, I swear to God, one time I want to go look at my campus. One moment, sorry. It's gonna be cool. 1 second. I just want to make sure I can do it properly. Can we just say that I like conjure like vines around their wrists to like kind of like as a rope? I could technically conjure like plants or something.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You conjure
Yeah.
some vines that were growing on the side of the wall, and they wrap around in ropes.
Okay. Thank you, though. What are you? Sorry, my dad's handing me slippers. 1 moment.
You're good.
Oh. He's like, your feet are going to get cold.
It seems that the fate of these people has been saved.
Oh.
Endurance.
Little. Oh,
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
No, go
I
piss,
already
girl.
said something. You go.
Piss, girl.
I guess Endurance.
Go ahead.
Endurance will like walk towards, like kind of like haul her person back towards everybody, kind of like, so like I guess regroup or whatever.
Some of the group of people that Little are holding are a little hesitant, but the floating Azul, the god of rain and water, like gets a flood, and they all fly towards.
Oh, whoa, badass.
That's pretty cool.
What?
Why are you laughing, Holland?
Because I have like 50 tabs of like D&D lore on my other screen right now.
I'm not fucking around.
That's funny.
Girl, you go,
Oh,
girl.
man.
Go piss girl.
So, things begin to die down. You regroup. Everybody begins kind of patting each other on the shoulder, and the ending is kind of upon you. The captain approaches you guys and says, "If you wouldn't have warned us, we surely would have perished."
Well, happy we could help. I'm afraid our dear Sir Klaus appears to have gotten incinerated during the battle, which is extremely tragic. So he will not be returning.
Absolutely vaporized by one of their
Yes.
sorcerers.
Completely gone. You see those ashes over there? I believe that was him.
Oh God! Oh! Oh!
This is, I'm
He was a
very
good
sorry to
man.
hear that.
Stop and hear John. Yeah.
He had kids.
Oh my god. And he said, "Did you see the knight? He rode off into the woods."
Did see
Saw
that.
that.
I'm gonna kind of look at what does this person I have captive look like? I'm just like imagining somebody. I'm trying to
You see a well-armed archer.
okay. You're like, I'm hoping our new little friend here could answer some questions for us, like that identity of that person. The lucky sole survivors of this whole ordeal. What do you say, buddy? You want to help us?
You watch as the prisoner reaches up to its mouth and just goes, takes a chance, rips out its tongue.
Where is Elodia's stupid? Where is her mind medallion? I swear to God, she did not leave it with us, did she? She has it. We could use it right this second.
She did.
And now his tongue is just flopping on the ground.
And you hear just a, "Oh!"
Why would you do? You know, Endurance is just very angry at this point. I don't think I have anything that could. Does anybody have telepathy or anything? Any way to get in this guy's mind? We probably don't.
I don't.
Big little, your guys grab their arms before they can do something stupid.
I think you have detect thoughts.
Do I?
I
I'm looking
think.
through my thing.
I'm gonna see if I have anything too. I don't think I do, but we'll see.
Would that be in my thing that you sent me? I don't see anything. Okay, wait, let me look at my.
Can I try to, while she's doing
my
that, can I
spells.
try to cast, hold on, 1 second. It's gonna be with disadvantage, of course, but could I try to cast, Charm Person on one of Little's people?
Sure.
How many did she have actually? Like, how many people?
Like 4.
I'm gonna cast it at the second level and target, well, actually, no, I'll just do second level and target 2 of them. They have to make a wisdom saving throw and do so with advantage if me or my companions are fighting it, but we're technically not fighting it anymore.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be with advantage? Or would it?
Not.
Actually, I don't think Little has that action.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Charm Person on 2 of them.
I've detect evil and good.
I'm just saying, this Prego has come out a lot lately. What are you cooking it in Prego and then topping it with Prego? What's going on?
Prego. Oh,
No, the Prego went on top of rice, and then
Oh,
the ham and salami burrito is going to dip into the rice and Prego and
I thought-
emerge.
y'all gotta stop manifesting because Ryan told me this morning he had a dream that we had a baby.
oh no!
We can't be manifesting. Yeah, I thought you said Prego. I was about to be like, what do you know? But Ryan also said in the dream that he gave birth to a baby. So-
This
Death
has gone off the rails, guys. It's officially gone off the rails.
Sorry.
It's funny. I think you had me. I think it went off the rails the moment we said Prego on rice. That's where I started.
What's wrong with it,
The
man?
ham and salami burrito and the Prego,
Illegal.
You d-
that's banned. That is, I don't want to ever hear those words come out of your mouth ever again.
Y'all even tell I have a whole acne patch on the side of my
No,
I know.
literally not.
Oh, what the
I know how
heck?
that feels.
Me too.
Damn. Impressive.
Well, anyway,
Are the
so charm person, one of them is, and one of them is very much not.
Okay. So, I'm gonna kind of look to my people and be like, all right, I've got that one charmed. You might want to apprehend the other guys. They don't, try to convince them otherwise.
I'll restrain him, gag him.
Nice. So, well, I guess I'll kind of go up to the person and be like, hello. Are we feeling a bit? Well, I guess I won't say that because I'll just greet them, I guess.
Kill me, wench!
Charmed.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Well, the other one says that.
Oh, damn! Real. Oh,
I'm like, endurance, are you just gonna let them talk to you like that?
One of them says that.
oh, I believe it. I believe it. So, what does the charmed one say? Do they have any reaction to my greeting?
The charmed one's just like,
Hello. So we don't have to be enemies anymore. We are good friends here, among friends. Your friends would like to know very badly where that big night guy went and who he is.
big night.
Yes,
Who are you
the
talking
big one,
about?
and the black horse, the black knight with the gold armor trim. Very large man. Man, maybe. Yes, he was at the, near the, I guess, rear of your party. That big band you had marching around.
Lord Valistar.
Yes, Lord Velastar. Would you mind telling us a bit more about Lord Velastar? What his role is?
Lord Valistar, a faithful Melian, a saint among sinners.
Is this do you think of him as holy?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
more pious than any of us could ever dream of being.
Okay. So was is he very loyal to Azamintis? Is he like one of his close associates?
Say not our liege lord's name. It shall only come from the mouths of the holy.
Azamantis!
Alright, this Mr. A, look, I'll call him that. Is Mr. A friends with that lord of yours?
Please refer to him as Lord Virel.
Okay. Lord V, is he buddies with Mr. A?
But of course.
Okay. What is he
Sorry,
like?
what is this? Anyway.
That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like you had a profile going.
Go on.
He was real tall. He was wearing black.
Oh my god.
So, is he like a second in command or?
He is among the outer circle of Azamantis.
Look at everybody like, write that down, write that down.
The
Interesting.
outer circle?
Indeed.
And how many of this outer circle are there?
There are 8 of the outer circle.
Okay.
How many?
Actually, no, make it 10. There's 10.
Okay, 10.
Actually, wait, no, 9. I gotta think about it. 9, 9, 9.
Is this that character making these decisions? Like saying that? Actually, give me a second. Let me think about it.
Shut up. I had to think about it. I use my fingers.
So, is there any reason that your lord would, Lord V, is there any reason that he would, I don't know, turn tail and go back into the forest? That, where would he go from there?
I know not the mind of my lord.
Interesting. Is he magical? Does he have magic power?
But of course, bestowed upon him by Nelia herself.
Nelia. I'll kind of like look at everybody else and be like, you guys got any questions in mind? I'm running low on information, on material here.
So, is he one of the 5 Kizuki?
No.
No, I was like, wait, what I missed?
Am I here? Am I here? I'm here, right? I'm at the place
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're there.
where we're doing this. Okay, cool. How many fingers does he have? Or she?
10.
Oh God, he's okay. That's
How
not.
many questions? You got 10 questions?
We can have as many questions as we want. I think for now.
I take out my
So-
axe. I get
No,
close. I grab the
hold on, hold
arm,
on, hold
I
on,
push it
hold
down
on,
onto the
hold on,
ground.
hold on. I stop him.
Guys, we're all like,
Please, not holding on.
we said we would talk about this.
I have a few more questions.
We're talking.
I cast Glyph of Warding.
We're talking.
I'm tackling little. I'm tackling her.
Enough.
Like we need to talk to him to get information or her.
We're talking. Let's talk.
Little's like, is there a place he resides that he
Oh,
would
God.
go to? I'm like
Not
on the ground. I'm
here.
like, is there a place he resides?
He resides in the holy city of Narncross.
Oh,
Where
no.
might that be?
We've been there.
Narncross.
Been there, girl. We've been.
Sorry.
You ain't been there. It's the one that got destroyed.
Nope.
Is that
Oh.
where he is returning now?
I know not the mind of my lord.
I would wager he would be.
Do you? You don't know the mind of your lord. What about the mind of your fingers? I'm still on top,
Yeah,
right? I'm still on top. I got the hand down.
Oh lord.
Um.
My fingers do not have a mind.
Little's like, this little piggy went.
Yeah, I was about to say, good. Then they won't mind if I just.
Oh no.
Do I
I
get to
took
roll
a
a save
pinky.
for charm person now?
No.
I took a bit of the pinky off.
Oh yeah. Okay. He's got a. If the spell ends, if you or your companions do anything harmful to it, so it's just
Spell's over.
Oh no! What? Oh,
Yeah, kills a spell. Oh
And
lord.
this person just looks over at their hand and just goes,
it's just a bit of the. It's like this much. It's
Oh,
this much. It's like that much.
"No hurts."
I'll kind of lean over and be like, "All right, buddy, I tried playing nice. So, what kind of person is this Lord Velastar of yours? Maybe he can take off more fingers."
I would rather him take off my whole head.
He said it.
Oh,
No,
Do
I'm
it?
not gonna do it.
Oh.
But I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna get real close. And then what happens when I get real close?
Praise Nelia.
We got some religious fanaticism going on, obviously.
What did we have? Why isn't he talking now?
He's not charmed anymore.
Can we use the charm again?
I could try. Could I charm him again?
If you want to.
I'm assuming it might be. Does he technically have advantage?
Yeah, I think this time we probably have advantage, yeah.
I'm gonna try to charm him again. I can level this time.
Okay.
We need more information.
Now I can try
Okay.
that.
I'm trying to be. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Oh my god.
That's what it'd be. Batman.
Oh, let's light this candle.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Alright. Does a 15 beat it?
Meets it, beats it.
Dang. Okay.
Ah,
Can I, all right. Be like, guys, I'm running out of spells I can do. I'm gonna kind of look at. There's other people around here too, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of the others and cast Charm Person on them.
Oh my god. Okay.
Charming them all. These people.
They fail.
I do have.
They fail.
All
They
right.
fail. They fail.
Okay, endurance is kind
Guys,
of.
you succeed.
Oh, they failed. That's right. Okay. I'd be like, knowing I've charmed them, I'm gonna look at everybody and be like, I will say, I got this guy charmed, this person, but I will say, I'm gonna kind of reach into my satchel and pull out a singular love potion that I still have. Be like, this is it. If we want one of these guys long term, I don't have to do
Yes.
this, at least for a day.
Wait,
So.
what? You're trying to threaten them with a love potion?
No, I'm trying to say that we could get them to drink it, and they would probably love me enough to answer my question.
Spicy.
So.
We have no love potions, endurance.
I thought I have one in my inventory that I got from
Oh.
Minty.
what's his face forever ago.
Minty.
When she almost died, I think, right?
The Minty, yes, I have one written down in my inventory from Minty that I have never
Mm.
used. I almost used it on what's her face a while ago
Yeah.
back, so I still have it.
Did we wait and use it on bigger fish?
We could. I'm saying it's an option. I'm just gonna slowly put it away.
The
And look,
captain comes
Why
up
would you
and
want
kinda
to use
slaps
it
you
on
the
a
shoulder.
fish?
What a
Because bigger people, big night, big black night.
oh,
There's always a bigger fish.
there's
So,
always
I
bigger
mean,
fish. So
Krogan.
I'm just saying.
Okay, we could use it on this fish then, I think.
I mean, we could, but I mean, we could still get a lot of information from Charm Person. I'm just saying it's not.
Who is he going to like fall in love with? Who are we gonna let him fall in love with?
Far off in the distance,
Uh-oh.
way off in the distance, deep in the forest,
Uh-oh.
you see this giant pillar of crackling yellow energy shooting up to the sky.
Attack Titans here.
You
I'm
don't know
gonna
what it is.
look at the guy I just charmed and point out and be like, "What's that?"
Prodigal
Oh.
son.
They approach.
Who's they?
Our friends.
Which friends?
Our family.
All right, I'm gonna cut his head off. 3, 2.
No! Oh no!
Get close. I'll just get close again. I'm just like I'm okay. I'm just kidding.
How many of your family are there?
However many choose to come through.
Here you.
Can't hear you.
However many choose to come through.
What do you mean come through?
See for yourself.
Do we see anything different? No.
Not yet.
Guys, this can't be good. Oh no.
All right. We
Shout to
killing
the
him?
other soldiers, be like, "There's more coming!"
This isn't over. Crap.
They won't be here immediately, but soon enough.
Soon as in like a few hours, a day. I need a timetable here.
Mhm.
Oh,
He
no.
doesn't even know. He doesn't know anything. That's why we gotta cut it. That's why we gotta cut his head off. That's why we just gotta.
I believe that is where we will end for the evening.
Damn!
Nice.
Oh, I'm scared.